Hello, it's Debbie from Love and Above, and I'm here to do your card reading for May 28th all the way through to June 4th. So let me get shuffling and see what we've got. So on Monday, I have got the Justice card. It's a life event card, which means that something that's happening on the Monday is all about something to do with a life event you're going through. This can be anything to do with moving house, moving jobs. It could be a relationship status, so becoming a family, for example, having an extra member of the family. It could also mean a romantic partner as well and getting married to them. So what I've got here is Justice, and the Justice card is really all about weighing up the options properly. It's if you make a decision and you do it for the wrong reasons, which we all would like to think we do make decisions based on the right reasons, but sometimes, not through any error of our own, we can make the wrong decisions. And this is just saying that if you do make a wrong decision that you are aware of making, this is different from accidentally making the wrong decision, then justice will happen. There will be a karmic comeback for you. So that's what's going on Monday. Tuesday, I've got Page of Earth. And the Earth suit's all about your everyday life or a time of study. I've got in getting through here that this one is all about your everyday life. It's all about surrounding yourself and protecting yourself. You want to be out there a bit more, but you don't know how to, so you do it in a more protective way. Like for example, if you have a child, you might want to say, yes, I'm bold, I'm doing this all for my child, but you may do it in a very protective stance because you actually want to hide yourself. This card is just saying, just step out of that a little bit more. There's nothing wrong with being protective, especially in the right situations. But this card is really just saying, just hold on to that just a little bit more, and then don't hold on to that. That's just saying let go of it a little bit more. Wednesday, Seven of Water. Water suit's all about your emotions, what's hidden and what can be seen. This is more about the hidden side of things. On Wednesday, something within you there's going to be a little bit of light shed onto it. And what I mean by that, it's like an aha moment, where all of a sudden you get something, and inside you, emotionally, you're just like, oh, I get that now, and this is why it makes me react like that. So the reactions could be jealousy, it could be that's a really lower level vibration of emotion, or it could be happiness, which is quite a high one, which is great. It could be joy, which is a really high one. It could be peace, it could be laughter, it could be love, it could be sadness, it could be grief. Whatever it is, whatever the reaction is, you're really going to understand why you react that way. So that's a great enlightenment for Wednesday, especially if it's something that you've been struggling with. There's a bit of enlightenment there. Get this one out quite often. I promise you, I do shuffle the cards. It's the High Priestess. So again, another life event card here. So it's to do with whatever life event that stage in your life event it is. I do feel it's a different one as well. It's not the same one that we're talking about on Monday, where you need to make a decision. This one is quite a new one, and it might be that you're not directly involved. Like for example, it could be an extended member of family is having a child, and if that's the case, that's what it is. You're involved, but you're not quite directly involved. But the number 2 means that this is still quite early on. So on Thursday, what you're saying is getting more and more that it's got to do with family. It's all about innocence. It's all about being open in an innocent way. Not showing your innocence as such. It's not that you're accused of anything. It's not that. It's more showing the purity or the pure side. That's what I mean by the innocence of it all. It's not a coy innocence. It's not a sort of fun innocence. It's a purity of innocence. And this card's really saying that to follow that through to its full extent, where it's the purity of it, not the purity more than showing people, it's more the purity of the actions or what's going on. Friday, oh lovely, Queen of Fire. Fire suit's all about your passion. I always love getting fire suits on a Friday because most people have a weekend. So Friday in particular, this makes a lot of sense to me actually. It's all about your passion, it's all about what you love in life, what you get up for every day. If it's your 9 to 5 job, excellent. But most people don't love their 9 to 5 job that much. But if you absolutely do and you really love what you're doing, then this is what that means. But normally it just means what you do love, like family or some sort of spirituality or meditating. It could be absolutely anything. And what I'm getting here is that you really are in your power on Friday with your passion. I'll come back to you later about what that really means to me, but it's all about, I'm even seeing a dragon in this card, and it's all about about purity and the just being completely in your power and being who you are and knowing exactly what it is that you completely understand. You know, it sets off the weekend to a great start if it's all about what you love. So that's Friday. Saturday, Two of Earth. Earth is, again, a time of study, or it is a time of everyday life. That's what we've discussed earlier. This I'm getting here is that it really is a time for study, where earlier on it was in the week it's our everyday life. It's a time of study. It's time to either not back the books and just go back to basics and relearning something that you know, and you might get some extra information, or it could be something you've studied eons ago and you're going back to that just to read over. It's not about restudying it really. It's all about just refreshing your mind with a lot of things. Sometimes when you go back to the basics, you get more aha moments again with the more advanced things that you're doing. So do that. Also, if you are genuinely studying something, Saturday is your time to study. It could be there's a lot of exams going on at the moment for everybody. It could mean that Saturday is a great time to study, or it could be just acknowledging the fact that what you've actually been going through for the last few weeks. So Saturday is a great time for be doing that. Sunday, we have got 9 of Air. And the air suit is all about your intelligence. It's not about how intelligent you think you are, or not, or however you view intelligence. It's all about using your head over your heart. It's all about thinking. It's about knowing what the decision the heart wants to make. Stopping, thinking about it, and then basing your decision. So it just means stop and think about it, really. So what I'm getting for Sunday, that someone's going to be coming out of what I call the woodwork, as it were. Someone that you haven't heard from for ages. Someone that an acquaintance or an old friend or a member of family you haven't seen for a while. Somebody's going to come out of the woodwork who you don't normally see on an everyday basis or weekly basis or even monthly basis. Someone that you haven't seen for ages or met for ages. They're actually going to come into your life again on Sunday. Doesn't mean that necessarily being out of your life, it's just you haven't seen them for a while or spoken to them for a while. I've got a few, I used to live in England, I've got a few friends down in England where, you know, they resurface all of a sudden, or I resurface to them. It's always a two-way thing here. But they're actually going to resurface to you in some sort of way, and you're going to be very awake to this. There's also a lot of time of revolution. It's like that when you meet this old friend or family member, you're going to be going round in circles of fun, of things that used to happen together. It's like a time of reminiscing or just remembering all of the really happy times that have happened. Two things that I want to say about this card reading. We have all 4 suits on for this week, and we've got 2 life event cards as well. So really this week is all about balance. You've got your earth suit, which is about your everyday life and study. We've got the water suit, which is about your emotions. You've got the fire suit, which is about your passion, and the air suit, which is about your intelligence. A little bit further more than that, about using your head over your heart. It's all about you know that you should really say something to them, or they should say something to you, like acknowledging the fact that say you're the one that hasn't been in touch, acknowledging the fact that you haven't been in touch, or just it's not about wondering about saying the right thing or not, but it's all about more just acknowledgement, enjoying the good times. If you knew that you were involved in some of the times, just acknowledge that, or just not bring it up. Or if you know something will be painful for someone, it's just thinking about it first. It's not anything bad. So yeah, so you've got the intelligence suit as well here, and you've got the life event card. So next week's going to be actually really quite balanced. So that's great. For me, Queen of Fire on Friday, fire suit, again, passion. On Friday, this brings us very nicely onto what's happening at Love Above Centre this week. Friday evening, we have Starseed evening again. The last one was amazing, absolutely amazing. We had dragons, we went on a journey, we had a download, we all went as a group. It was just an amazing, absolutely amazing time. I absolutely loved it, and so did everyone else that came along. If you're thinking about coming to the Starseed evening, please do. I know for a fact we're going to be talking about the Lemurians, which are part of the, not necessarily, you'll find the larger story on Friday night. They didn't really start off as Starseeds, but star races, but they did eventually become a star race. So there's a story about the Lemurians, and we're also going to go on another guided meditation. This time we're going to go with the dragons for a journey down into the ocean. I know we're going to meet some whales as well, and we're going to go back into the stars again as well. Star races, star seeds, anything to do with that is my complete passion. So I'm absolutely going to enjoy Friday, especially since we've got that card up. Other things that are happening, we have our normal weekly groups. So we've got Tai Chi going on, we've got guided meditations, we've got a spiritual development group, we've also got a spiritual healing group. So that's all awesome. That's going on. Feel free to join in with any of them. And on Saturday and Sunday of next week, so that's the 3rd and 4th of June, we have a Crystal Practitioner course happening right here at the centre. I'm the one that's leading it. I qualified as a teacher a few years ago, and I've just never run the course. So I am now biting the bullet. I'm now going to be pushing myself out of my own comfort zone and doing it. So no doubt by the time I finished on Sunday, I'm going to have a brand new comfort zone again. It's always fun pushing yourself out of the comfort zone. I do it quite a lot sometimes, and other times I try and shy away from it and I just get thrown right in at the deep end. So that's just a little bit on comfort zones. So yes, that's what's going on. Feel free to come along to any of that. The Starseed evening, it is £5 per person. There will be refreshments available as well. And the Crystal Practitioner course is £280. If you have done the Atlantean Crystal activation with myself, that price goes down to £250 for you. So that's what you're looking at cost-wise. I will be doing the Crystal Practitioner course again a little bit later on the year. I just want to get this one out of the way first, and get all the case studies out of the way before we move on. Please like this video, please subscribe, and check us out on Facebook. We are going to be absolutely live with a website by this time next week, I can absolutely assure you. We've had the web designer in just at the end of last week. Everything is really heading that way. Speak to you all again next week.